So back again, and I'm down for catfish. I've been here about half an hour. My right hand rod, I've just literally, the marginal shelf drops off like that and it flattens out. So I've put my right hand rod just in the marginal shelf with a bluey towel. So the sea fish, the bluey, I've cut the towel off, so there's about that much. Flick that out there, chop the rest of it up and flicked it around it with a little bit of pellet and ground bait and mix. This middle rod, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I've put the rod out to that tree there with that size luncher meat on it, what's been dipped in Atomic Baits catfish booster dip, which last time I used that I had a £85, first time I ever used that, so I'm using it again. And then this left hand rod is about 3 rod lengths out to the left, and that's just fishing with a bit of luncheon meat dipped in catfish booster as well. So it's coming up to 7 o'clock, still ain't had no action. I've just moved my left hand rod. I put my marker float out and found a little marginal shelf. It's like 2 bits of gravel either side, then it's like a clear spot of silt and that. So I've placed my baits on the silt and put a nice bit of free offerings around it, and I'm going to just leave that and sit on it and leave it out there whole 24 hours. I know it's fishing nice and accurate and tight and clean, so I'll leave that out there, and I'm hoping that I'll get one out by the morning. Otherwise I'm going to be very twitchy and don't have to make a move or change train cut, but fingers crossed, should be a cat along at any time soon. Yeah, morning. So as you can see by all the lovely slime, I just had myself a nice £56. I ain't gonna lie, I was asleep, and that's why my eyes look a bit funny now. But I was asleep and got rudely awoken by a screamer. Hit into it, playing it. I knew it was a half decent fish. I had it on the baited spot. One of my rods, I'm fishing the baited spot like I normally do, regular baiting, and that's the one what's gone for me. So yeah, I'm mega pleased with that. So here's some footage of it now. My most important bit of advice I can give anyone when catfishing is to make sure your drag is set. When playing a catfish, they are so powerful and strong that if they end up flat rodding you because your drag is set too tight, then it will end up in a lost fish and they will snap you up. And he's in the net. One very happy chap. One thing I do is zero the scales with a wet weigh sling, because I see a lot of people zero it with a dry weigh sling, and if you want to get exact measurements, do it with the old wet. 56 pound. Get in there.
Nice fish. Nice fish.
Cheers, mate. Luncheon, mate. Luncheon, mate. There she goes, 56 pound. Right little fatty, that one. Lovely job. I'm just going to show you what I caught them the last 2 times I've been using this dip from Atomic Baits Catfish Booster. It's PVA friendly, and when I say it absolutely smells to high heaven, I wish you guys could smell this. It just stinks of like mackerel and squid and everything what you want from a nice stinky catfish glug from Atomic Baits. And this is what I've been doing. I've been soaking my luncheon meat in it for the last week, and every day at home I'll give it a good old shuffle, give it a good old mix, get it all working there, and then I just leave it to sit the next day for a whole week. Every day I'll give it a shuffle. Some days I'll give it 2 shuffles and leave that thing. And believe me when I say, you can have that out all night long. Bring that in the morning and smell that luncheon meat, and it still smells of that. It is unreal. And yesterday evening I noticed that I hadn't baited up for a good 3 hours, and on the water I could just see an oil slick coming up right over my bait, and there was fish feeding on top of this, and it was just slicking up hours after. And like I say, when you bring it in the morning after a night out, it's shocking. Like a lot of the time the bait and stuff takes on the silt on the bottom of the lake beds, and it, like normally you smell your bait after a night out and you can smell like that silt smell. Well, not when you use this. 100%. Try it if you don't believe me. Dip your bait in that for a week, pull it out in the lake bed all night long, and it will still smell that in the morning. Give it a try. Atomic Baits Catfish Booster.